Hey guys, welcome back for another reaction. This time we're going to be getting into Miss Marissa, aka West Indy. West Indy dropped a video, and we're going to get into it, guys. It is titled "Where to Go Now." Okay, where does she want to go from here, guys? What's going to happen to poor little West Indy? Okay, so I just went to the middle of this video because she did a lot of blabbing in the beginning. I guess she wanted to make the video maybe 30 minutes, close to 30 minutes, but we didn't have time for all that. So guys, make sure you hit the thumbs up and let's go ahead and start this reaction. Okay.
Like what she said, but I just thought that was just so awkward. I just thought that was just so awkward. But I'm here, y'all. So yeah. So speaking on my living situation, so I didn't keep my son here with me that day. I just was not feeling like going to the daycare. I just, because everything just costs money. Money, money, money. But it's Friday, so yeah. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like my oldest son, he goes on fall break for a whole week starting on Monday. So it's like, I'm just going through so much. On top of that, I'm about to probably try to entertain my kids. It's just I have a lot going on right now, for real. But anywho, so I took him with me to the office, and I met with the lady who I'm originally obviously supposed to be talking to when it comes to this stuff. I wish I had her email the whole time, and she even said like, it would have been nice too if you would have came and saw me sooner. That way, I wouldn't so be in a situation. But even if I came to her.
Westy, what took you so long to go to that rental office knowing that you did not have the money? So either one or two things. Either you lied to the people, because that's what I think. I think you've been lying about your rent cost the whole time. I think you've just been trying to stack up so you can sit on your ASS for a long time and make the people take care of you. And I think you and your boyfriend over there, okay, it's running plays. Or the second thing is, she's really this slow and does not know how to conduct business, which I don't believe that. I believe West Indy is dingy, but I believe she's been out in these streets. She's been running these streets for how long? At least a decade. So she knows better than that, than to wait this long to go to the rental office, guys.
Sooner, yeah, well, I'll like most likely be owing less, but still ain't like they could really do much in my situation. So basically, she was telling me that she did start an eviction process on me, right? And of course, I explained to her my situation, everything. I even mentioned about the rental assistance and all that. She said, well, if you don't get no funding, it's because we're still having that government shutdown. So that could probably be why as well. But and she was saying, like, of course, like she could work with me and stuff. But she was saying that in order to stop the eviction, right? In order to stop the eviction, I have to pay 75%. 75%, y'all. And she's giving me to the 31st of this month, October. She said I have to pay $3,490, which is 75% by the 31st. If I don't have that by the 31st, then obviously they're going to proceed with the eviction. And then she said,
then $1,163. Wait a minute, $1,163.31 payment plan. Go, girl, stop it. So what you're saying to us is that are you saying if you're gonna break the $3,000 into two payments? Is that what you're saying? Let me see what she said, guys. Hold on. Let me see what the number was.
5%, y'all. And she's giving me to the 31st of this month, October. She said I have to pay $3,490, which is 75% by the 31st. If I don't have that by the 31st, then obviously they're going to proceed with the eviction. And then she said basically something about working out a payment arrangement, which would be $1,163.31. We could work out a payment arrangement moving forward. And I even asked her, I said, so during this time I can't make a payment towards the water or sewage bill? She said, no, not at this point, because you got so farther along and we just usually take all the payments at once. So she didn't even say that. Basically, she's telling me I can't even make my sewage or water bill payments either. This is the whole balance. So my balance right now is 4,000.
Now, guys, it could be true that she cannot pay one bill without paying the other, but I've never experienced that myself. That doesn't mean it's not real. Now, the part that I don't understand is, what is the payment plan for? Are you saying the payment plan is after they start the eviction process, you'll still have to pay them back? Is that what she's saying, guys? And I don't understand, why is her rent so high when she doesn't even work real jobs? Like, I mean, let's be for real. The girl doesn't have any education. She could have like a halfway decent paying job, but $20 is not a good paying job. That's like a regular pay, whatever. People make more than $20 at the Amazon warehouse, y'all. Come on now. So anyway, the point is 3,490, as she said, with the total. What is the 1163 coming from? Like, I don't get this breakdown. Maybe I'm gonna have to break out the calculator. But you guys tell me, what is she saying? Is she saying the payment plan is for after they started the eviction process, or to not evict her, because she didn't clarify?
Then 4,600 something, I want to say. Yeah, 4,000 and I think 553, something like that. So basically, that is an option that I have in order for her to stop the eviction. Of course, I am still trying to get a job. That's another stream of income. But besides from that, the other option is, I did ask her. I said, so let's just say I was to move out. Can I get on a payment arrangement with you guys moving forward? That way, you guys don't put it on my eviction or anything. She was like, of course. She said that could be considered in house. She said you would still have to pay something. She said I'll have to pay. I think she said it was a percentage.
All right, I know what she's doing now. I get it. She's saying that the $3,490 is 75% of the total of $4,053, guys. And then the 116,331 is what's left over, I guess. So I guess if she paid the $3,490 by October the 31st, then she can avoid being evicted, but she's still gonna have a $1,163 balance. All right, that's what I think.
She said I would have to pay. I actually got the email as well. She did email me that day of a recap of our conversation that we had, and she said I would still have to pay like some type of portion. It could have just be 500 or whatever. It has to be like kind of still close. She said I think at least 2,000. Like if I was to give them at least 2,000 and I was to move, then so forth. So she was saying if I waited till the 31st to leave, she said that obviously I'll have to be responsible paying like the full amount. They wouldn't be able to prorate it, or what is that word? When they deduct money from your moving forward balance. I can't think right now, y'all. But she said, say if I was to move out, say yesterday, then I will definitely be paying like way less. I don't have to pay like the whole 4,000 and something, because by that time we'll be going into like a new month, which is November. So that is an option. I could just up and move, let her know the date. I did tell her I was going to think about it, see what I'm going to do. But that's a good thing I have her email to email her about my final decision. And she said, okay. So that's an option. I could always give her a date and move. That way my bills not just keep adding up. She explained to me how the eviction process will go, how I have the opportunity to explain to the person or the judge my situation, and they will make a decision on what they feel like I will do moving forward, things of that nature. So that's, she was pretty much trying to explain to me how like it will work if I was to get evicted and how that process will be like or whatever. So that's, like I said, that's one way if I decide to stay. But if I decide to leave, then I'll just have to let her know, and she still would like me to pay something, and then I can get on a payment arrangement with them in-house instead of them sending it to collections. So my only thing is, where would I go after this if I was just up and leave, right? Because at this point, I'm just going based off my donations and my YouTube page.
Wherever you go, it's not our problem. You need to ask Uncle Daddy and those other two ninjas that you got pregnant by.
So that will be the only thing. So yeah, if anybody got any advice as far as that. So as far as I want to list some like concerns and like where I'm looking like in this aspect. So I just want to say, let me go to my concerns. One thing that I am concerned about, if I was to be, whether I'm in a hotel, a shelter, my main thing is I do not want to have a baby while being in a shelter. That is something that I do not want to do. I haven't ever done it before. I really do not want to have. I'm not really too sure about the plans. I know obviously it's more easier to try to reach out to like shelters and stuff when you're actually.
I mean, is anybody else think this is strange? I think it's very strange how she thinks about each situation separately, instead of thinking about it as a whole situation of how not being employed would affect your entire life. There's a trickle down effect, especially if you don't have a 2-income household, about not being employed in general. When you were over here arguing and fussing and talking about how you're never going to work again, you're going to be your own boss and you're going to be a boss and all that, at that moment, you would have thought in your dingy ass brain somewhere the light bulb would have went off and said, you know what? I need to keep some type of steady income coming in, some type of little job that at least pay me weekly so I can have some money and money to take care of my children. The part that baffles me is that these people act like they're not responsible for other people's lives. You already got 2 kids that you are not capable of taking care of. Why is it a good idea to your stupid ass to bring a 3rd child into this world, knowing that you're broke as hell? It makes no sense. Where's the common sense factor?
Homeless. Like if I was actually in here, I would just like say
But
in a
this is what you're
hotel and I'm just
worried
like
about.
searching.
Like this situation just came upon you. If you did what you needed to do to prevent the pregnancy, you wouldn't have to worry about being in the shelter giving birth. Do you see? One thing affects another. She acts like this is a whole separate situation. Then I just don't get it. You already got left with 2 kids and you have no help. Why would you put yourself in this situation? We don't want to hear your whining. When Uncle Daddy won't pay child support, when you can't get in touch with Uncle Daddy, when Uncle Daddy won't give you any money, we don't want to hear your whining. Both of y'all running plays and we're not here for it. We ain't going, sis.
That would be more so, like putting yourself out there because you really don't have like any other option, like literally. But I've been trying like look into like other things. Again, it's all about you just gotta wait and see if you get an email or a phone call when it comes to some things. So another thing, so that's like one of my main concerns is I do not want to be say like homeless living in like a homeless shelter with a newborn. Like I just, oh my god, I can't even think about that. It just makes me cringe. And then another concern is one of the reasons that was stopping me from like relocating, even though I want to be happy going back, say where I moved here from, even if I did go back just to be around family, maybe just try something different because I mean, what else could I lose or whatever if I don't have nothing here? I no longer have a car, I no longer have a place in my name. It would be like starting over from scratch, right? So even if I did go back home and I would just, have my kids around family and stuff, just temporarily, whatever, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that I would have support, which that does not mean that at all. I don't want to end up just living anywhere there or in a shelter there. Like I don't want to set myself up for that. Let's just say I don't think it'll be a good idea because even though my mom is in my life, we don't always get along. And I don't want to ever put myself in a situation again, whether that's with her or another family member, and me and my kids we get kicked out or whatever, we're right back on the streets again. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that experience again. I don't want to go through that mentally. Like I want to live in peace. So that's why it also would not be a good idea because I don't want that. I don't want that on my mental and have to go through that as being a grown woman moving forward, especially having 3 kids. On top of my kid's dad does live here, and if he wants to be in the kid's life, that'll be a great thing. That was the only reason what will like also be a part of me like being here because of that too. But at the same time, he has made it clear to me. He honestly said today that he will be willing to help me. Basically, well, for one, he was clear to me that have I thought about moving into a new place. So that just tells you right there he don't he just doesn't really, I feel like, care about my situation being pregnant and like just overall situation of me dealing with my kids and what this could be looking like for us. He was saying how there are some apartments that are second chances and will work with you if you have an eviction on your record. In my case, I don't think I will let it get to the point where it will be actually on my record. I mean, I'm hoping and I'm praying, obviously. It's just like he's giving me suggestions and I just don't really appreciate it because why would I want to hear that coming from you at all, people? You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't feel good coming from like him telling me that. Like it's just not, it doesn't feel good. And then he told me how I said, well, could help if you could at least try to help me with something. Like, I mean, you've been getting paid. It's like I have people sending me donations and you haven't sent me anything. Anything. And all he could say is he don't.
I'm not sure if I believe this. So now what I think based on some of the comments that I've been seeing, based on my observation, based on the way Uncle Daddy and Marissa are interacting, he's going to the appointments, but y'all don't deal with each other. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'm not buying any of this mess. I think that they are still dealing with each other behind the scenes. They're fronting for the YouTube streets to make Uncle Daddy's channel go up so Uncle Daddy can eventually get monetized and start making money off of getting trolled. Marissa already makes money off of being trolled because does she really have any real supporters? Guys, let's just think about this for a second. Like, if you really think about it, what is there to support? We're not your baby daddy, Marissa. So, I don't mind them putting out this train wreck content because that's what we like over here. We like to follow a good train wreck anyway. So we're just gonna see how this um situation plays out. When Marissa has the baby, we'll see if Uncle Daddy is going to step up. Is he just going to buy Pampers and never give her any money for bills? The thing is, I do believe some of what Marissa is saying as well. Like, I believe it's a little bit of truth mixed in with a lot of lies, right? Uncle Daddy is a selfish ass Negro. We've already seen this from the get go. I don't believe that he will give Marissa money. I think he'll probably buy some groceries. She said he brought a couple snacks over there, guys. I don't know. Or did he use her food stamp card? Guys, Did Uncle Daddy get Marissa's food stamp card and then bring the snacks? Did Marissa leave her wallet the last time she visited Uncle Daddy and he used her food stamp card to get the snacks? Let me know what you guys think.
Got nowhere near 3,000 and something dollars. I'm not asking you to pay my whole debt. All I'm saying is if you get paid, you can't give your baby mom something to put towards her rent, like whether that's 50, $100, $150, something. Like just to like look out, like just to try to help me, something. You know what I'm saying? And then he's going to say, well, today, which is Saturday, he's saying, if I was you, I would start packing up your stuff and book a U-Haul for tomorrow since I'm off and find a storage unit for your belongings. And I will help you with moving that stuff into a storage unit. Then look for an extended stay hotel or shelter right now.
Wow.
So
Wow. Is this being told to gaslight the audience and make us think that Uncle Daddy is even worse than he already is? The thing is, we know Uncle Daddy ain't shit. How she didn't know that Marissa, what do you need people to walk around with a little old red flag glued to their forehead? The fact that he had 5 kids out in this world by 5 different women. And when does he ever spend time with his kids? When does Uncle Daddy ever have we ever seen Uncle Daddy saying daddy's day out with the kids? Oh guys, I'm going to pick the kids up in the Uber or the Lyft. I'm going to pick the kids up in the Uber or the Lyft, y'all. Have we ever seen this man do anything with those kids? Have you ever seen his kids? Have you ever met his kids? So 2 adult children we know of. The daughter in college, she's not, I mean, she's a semi-adult. You know what I mean? Like 18, that's not a real adult, but you know what I'm saying? She's old enough. 2 older kids. One is an adult male that has a baby, making Uncle Daddy is not Uncle Dad, just an uncle and a daddy. He's an Uncle Granddaddy, okay? Uncle Daddy is Uncle Granddaddy as well. I don't know if you guys knew that. Then he has a daughter in college that he swears he put through college. If you think that we are stupid, Uncle Daddy, we know damn well that your trifling, no good ass didn't put anybody in college. You are too selfish to spend the amount of money that it takes to put a kid through college. You're too busy worried about what Uncle Daddy, who he's going to cheat with, and getting some cookie from Cookie. That's what Uncle Daddy is worried about, not putting his kids through college. I don't know who he thought that lie was going to spend on. All right, anyway, y'all. So she said Uncle Daddy can't even give her $50, $100, $200 towards her bills. Pathetic.
this person is really okay with me just being out there. Who doesn't?
Who does
Like?
this remind y'all of? Wine Trash. Remember when Roberta Renee Jenkins told Wine Trash, you guys can go to the shelter. You and the kids can go to the shelter, and I'll be over at my mom's house. Who says that? Who is this selfish? Those are your kids, and you're sending them to a shelter?
Doesn't know. And I'm like, even if I did get a U-Haul storage unit, because obviously I probably would have to get that. Even if I got that, storage hall units, they usually charge, I mean, I don't have to get a big unit, but they usually charge fees. Like they charge fees, you have fees for you to get a lock just to have it. I would already be spending over $100 and something. I only got like less than $1,000 to my name right now. If I was to get an extended stay, they are not cheap. Let me tell y'all, these hotels and extended stays are not cheap. You are going to pay money that you're paying almost as if you're paying
You
rent,
ain't got
basically here,
no
or it's
money.
just about rent. Some are not cheap, and the only income I'm going off with is my YouTube. I only get paid once a month. So if I'm not getting help or no donations through GoFundMe, Cash App, I'm not gonna have no money to be able to live in an extended stay or a hotel or or who knows what. And a lot of these shelters are full. So let's just say I just up and get rid of all this stuff, and there's no shelters available. And then what am I supposed to do?
We don't know, and we don't give a shit, because you should have kept the jobs that you kept quitting, Marissa. Why didn't you keep your jobs, Marissa? Because you think you're too good to work a 9 to 5? Because 9 to 5s are stressful, bitch. We already get it. It's called adulting. Get over it and move on with your life. Don't keep begging the people to take care of you and your kids, Allison Beglana Jr.
So it's just not a good feeling coming from him, trying to give me all these, I guess, advice or what I should do. And you know what I mean? It's just not, I'm not feeling it. Like coming from him out of all people, tell me what I should do. It's okay. I'll figure this out on my own and so forth. I don't know. if you guys have any advice, let me know in the comments about this situation. I'm obviously going to be listing my GoFundMe if you guys can help me pay off this debt. It is very possible if I have enough people come together and send me money to help pay off this. Like I said, I already have money I could put towards it right now, but I still need the remaining balance. I don't have a problem putting my YouTube money at the end of the month towards it. And again, I'll have to worry about the following month. Let's just say I hope I have a job by before the end of the month, right? Because that will also help moving forward into November. But if I could at least have people help me get the 3,000, let's just say 3,000. If I could have everyone else help me raise 3,000, whether it's through Cash App, GoFundMe, that will help me out a lot. That way, they will stop the eviction process. Hopefully, I have another income by then. I'm able to move forward and be able to keep up with my rent. That's an option. If not, if I do just decide to leave from here any day now, how would I have to figure out a way to survive? And right now it's not looking too good because I don't got a job, another source of income. I don't have a vehicle. My kids' school situation would change. It's just I don't know. So if anybody have any suggestions or have any discounts on anything, whether wherever I can stay, whatever the case may be, please feel free to reach out. Let me.
Everybody say you need to just go ahead and sell some cat. Everybody says you need to just go back to selling cat, girl. We don't care what you do. Get a life. We don't care. You're a 31-year-old woman. You figure it the fuck out.
No, if it's coming from a genuine place, feel free to list it in the comments as well. And one last thing I would like to mention is I was talking to my mom the other day, right? And this is another reason why I don't really care always have conversations with her is because she could come off judgmental and not give me a chance to talk. One of the things she said, well, oh, go figure, that's a dang shame or whatever, because I told her about my situation, about my car and my living situation. At least I tried to. She didn't really allow me to talk on it. But the moment I said that, she's like, you got yourself in this situation because you became pregnant. And I'm like, it don't got nothing to do with me being pregnant. But then when you think about it, it kind of makes sense.
But
because
then when you think about
I have not been working.
Kind of makes sense. Is this? I think you might be on the slow bus. You might be riding the slow bus. Are you licking the window of the slow bus? Okay.
Can do to me not feeling good in my pregnancy. Imagine if I wasn't pregnant, I probably would still be doing Instacart, keeping up with my rent, my car. And I'm not putting on my baby is a blessing at the end of the day. But that is something that she said. She's like, it's like as if like all because I became pregnant, I'm in this situation. So I don't know, y'all. I just need positivity. Like I said, I try to have a conversation with her. We haven't talked in a while, and I try to just vent and just trying to talk to my mom. And that's just one of the first things. We did talk more. I let her talk to the kids, but I couldn't even really talk deep in depth about that. At that point, I didn't even want to because it could just go left. So I just wasn't. I'm not gonna deal with hearing that. But that's just something I want to share. I think it's because of the pregnancy.
You don't want to deal with the truth. Look. I understand that other people may think that every baby is a blessing. It's not that we're talking about when actual people are doing something with their lives, not when people are living in a shit show.
Right? Or it's just me.
Around the difference.
Because a lot of y'all already feel like I should have been working still, but at the end of the day, it's my body. And if I wasn't feeling good in pregnancy, I wasn't feeling good in pregnancy. And that's literally how it was. I just did not have the energy or nothing to do anything. Now I'm back. I'm back wanting to do what I need to do. And it sucks that I allowed it to get like this. But at the end of the day, I'm just going off how my body feels. I don't know. If I could have did something better, I wish I probably could. But then that's just not how it was for me. It just wasn't. You think I want to purposely be in a situation and with that moving forward, I think that's pretty much it of this video.
Marissa, whether or not you want to take accountability for putting yourself in this situation, you did by not using protection. It's very simple. Very simple.
That's my update and so forth. I did get an update as far as my middle child situation, but I'm gonna just keep that to myself for now so I get that figured out. But at least I was able to get some type of resource or support what I could do moving forward in that case. So I'm happy about that. And that's just pretty much it, you guys. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Show your girl some love on this video. And I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching.
Okay, guys, we are done with this reaction. Marissa basically told us that they let her know the breakdown as far as how much they're going to need by October the 31st to avoid the eviction. She also said that Uncle Daddy was not willing to give her a dime and that her mom said you put yourself in this situation by getting pregnant, guys. So let me know what you guys think down in the chat, down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.